Hey, welcome in and thank you for joining this playthrough of Marvel Champions the card game, in which Captain Marvel will be taking on Mansion Attack and the Brotherhood. I will give a disclaimer for this one in that I left my obligation sitting on the table for a comedic amount of time, a couple turns, but I eventually noticed that, hey, I didn't put in my obligation. But yeah, thanks for watching and we'll see you soon. So for our setup here, we are playing Captain Marvel, who gets to spend resources and draw cards on her hero side, and Carol Danvers, who gets to draw a card, which is an incredible ability. And her main stuff she's going to be using are these 3 resource energy absorptions, funneling into an energy channel, which lets you use those resources to deal damage, and then photonic blasts, which lets you deal damage, draw a card, and Spider-Woman is a great ally where she simply lets you confuse a villain and has great stats. So we're playing in leadership, and our sports and upgrades, we have Triskelion, 2 command teams, 2 lead from the fronts, a leadership skill, and 2 Quinjets. Notice a ton of energy resources to feed into those energy channels. And then we have a whole bunch of allies, starting with Captain America, who honestly, this is the first time I've really ever thrown him into a deck, and it turned out pretty cool. We get Hawkeye, Ronan, Falcon, Stinger, Maria Hill, Ant-Man, Kalu, Black Knight, Squirrel Girl, Vision, and Nick Fury. So 12 or 13 allies in this deck in total, which is crazy but fun. And then we have our basic cards with the Quinn Carrier for support, the Avengers Tower to help us bring in those allies, and energy. And then I went with the Power of Leaderships as the 2 other resources, just because they can generate those energy resources, and then which is also a first for me. I usually always have all 3 double resource cards. And we'll be playing the Mansion Attack. So against the Brotherhood, we have just for now, just Avalanche here representing. We have the Brotherhood set in there, and then the Mystique, and we have our standard set. So let's get to play. All right, so let's get started. We are going to take a look at our Brotherhood strikes here. The first thing is to put Save the School environment into play, which is over here. This pretty much just says after we defeat a villain, if we haven't won, then we deal an encounter card and reveal the next villain. So, continuing on this, we're going to shuffle the 2A cards behind this, and we'll see what we end up revealing. We are going to just go ahead and reveal this now, and we get to deal ourselves an encounter card, and then set this to the victory. And we will flip this into the basketball court. All right, so each ally and minion gains toughness, which is pretty cool for Carol Danvers' deck here. And then now we get to choose our villain between the 4 of these and who's going to start. So I'm going to look away and shuffle and shuffling, and we end up with Blob. All righty, so we have Blob coming in. He starts with toughness. Whoop. And he has, what is that, 16 health. So we're going to set his health up to 16 here and give him a tough status card. Alrighty. So with Blob, I don't want to see who's next, but so with Blob, after Blob attacks and damages a character, he stuns that character, which works out. This is a good, nice thing to start with getting toughness and him stunning characters, because he's mostly going to be attacking, hopefully, our allies. So we're going to go ahead and draw up to 6 cards here, but we'll first shuffle the deck. Alrighty, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards to start. And let's take a look at these. So we get Power of Leadership, Hawkeye, that's awesome to see, a command team, an energy absorption, a Stinger, and a Squirrel Girl. Yeah, honestly, I might just keep this hand. We can get Hawkeye, Stinger, and a command team out there. Yeah, why not? This works for me. So we're just going to hang on to this. No setup pieces yet, but that's a-okay. We do get to draw a card with her commander action into a lead from the front. That works out. Instead, we might get Squirrel Girl down. Alrighty, so it seems pretty straightforward. We're going to flip over to Captain Marvel's side. We did forget to put a threat onto the main scheme up here. So we have Captain Marvel. What can we do? We will put an energy absorption to put Hawkeye in. Hawkeye is such a great ally he comes in with 4 arrow counters on him, and when a minion enters play, we get to exhaust one of those and deal 2 damage. So that'll be good for removing the toughs that they're going to come in with. So we get 4 counters for him onto there. And then with our Power of Leadership card, I'm going to play a command team. And this allows us to exhaust a counter and ready an ally. That comes in with 3 counters as well. And then with this, we will just pay these 2 to get Squirrel Girl down as well. And both of these come in with toughness. So she's going to swing in, and she does a damage. So she pings off his tough, and Hawkeye and Squirrel Girl should have tough still. Yeah, with Squirrel Girl, I'm going to go ahead and just thwart the 1 off of the scheme here. And Hawkeye, while I have him, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll keep the tough on Hawkeye for a sticky situation there. And we'll ready up. Just have him attack Hawkeye. Yep, that works. Alrighty, so what else we can do is also use our actual action, and we'll go ahead and attack for 2. So he's down to 14. So let's see. That is our turn. We have already readied these. We are going to ready up and draw up to our hand size of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get a Quinn Carrier, Photonic Blast, another command team, her helmet, and a Quinjet. Alrighty, that works out. So it is going to come over to Blob's turn. We're going to get a threat on the main scheme. We will have him attack, and since we have the tough, Hawkeye can go ahead and defend. He's going to attack for 2 plus 3, or 2 plus 1, so he's attacking for 3, loses the tough. He did not damage a character, so he doesn't get stunned. And then we get our 2 encounter cards. So our first encounter card being the Brotherhood. All right, so each Brotherhood minion gains Quick Strike, and the main thing here is we have this extra encounter card, so we're going to want to get rid of that. It comes in with, I think, 4, so 3, no, it comes in with 5. So we'll do this way, 3, 4, 5, hinder 2, wow, okay. And then our next card is the Brotherhood Beatdown. Wow, so we have Blob in play, and we are stunned. That's okay, because we kind of want to thwart anyway this turn. So let's see. It is our turn now. We are going to see what we got. I would like to get the Quinn Carrier into play, which means could just do that with these, and then play a Quinjet with the Quinn Carrier. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll play the Photonic Blast, Helmet, and Command Team to put down the Quinn Carrier. We'll exhaust the Quinn Carrier to put in a Quinjet. So, what else can we do here? We do want to get rid of that. Which is unfortunate. Looks like we won't be able to get rid of the Brotherhood side scheme, but we can get part of the way there. So we will thwart for 2 to get rid of these, and then we will use Squirrel Girl to thwart for 1. What do we want to do here? Yes, so Squirrel Girl will thwart for 1. She takes damage now. We'll actually, so that would be down to 2. We'll just leave it at 2 for now. No, might as well. We'll ready Hawkeye and let him thwart for at least another 1 to get that even closer. And he takes a damage. We'll use a red die for that. And that is everything we can do on our turn. So we're gonna ready up, and I think I might go ahead and flip down to get some more card draw. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna flip down. Hopefully we don't pop the scheme. He only has one scheme, but we are gonna get to draw some extra cards here. So we're gonna flip down and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And we get an Alpha Flight Station. That's cool to see. Crisis Interdiction, Power of Leadership, Cosmic Flight, Nick Fury, and a Vision. Okay, all right, so we have a lot of options here. So we are going to go over to the main scheme here. We're going to add 1, and Blob is going to scheme for 1 plus 0. That's awesome to see. So we just have 3 on the scheme. And then we're going to get 2 encounter cards because of the Brotherhood of Mutants. So we will get 1 and 2. Our first one being the Under Siege. All right, so another sad scheme here, and this one comes in with 3 because we only have 1 Brotherhood mutant in here. Can we still see the cards down here? Yes. Alrighty, so I'll put the schemes over here, I guess, and we'll put 3 onto there. All right, and then our next card is Brotherhood Beatdown. So, haha, we are already stunned, Blob. So for each following enemy play, yep, that's not too bad. All right, so let's take a look at our cards here and what we can do. Let's exhaust a Quinn Carrier. We get 1 on the Quinn Jet. Let's exhaust a Quinn Carrier to get in the Alpha Flight Station. And then so with this, we can, we might want to use a Crisis Interdiction. I don't want to use Cosmic Flight. I'll have a bunch of chump blockers. Okay, so I am going to discard 1 card and then draw 2 cards since we're in Carol Danvers. Actually, before I do that, I can use our action to draw a card in Ant-Man. Very cool. So this turn, what are we going to play? We'll see what we can do with our other cards here. I'm going to get rid of a Cosmic Flight and then draw 2 more cards with Alpha Flight Station. So we get a Maria Hill and an Energy Channel. Sweet. So we will slide Quinjet over to here in the glare, and we will go ahead and put an Energy Channel right into play with us. No room over there anyway. So this Energy Channel, we can add resources to it that will let us eventually do a big attack. So what do we want to do? We know we're gonna go ahead and flip up. Alrighty, we're still stunned, but we don't have any attack cards anyway. Could remove 2 and 2. That's okay. I want to get Maria Hill in, which I think we'll do. Yeah, let's start by getting Maria Hill in and getting even more card draw. See what happens. So Maria Hill is going to come in, and when she enters play, we draw a card into another Quinjet. Alrighty, so let's see. Now, with Squirrel Girl, we can go ahead and ping off the last damage off of the Brotherhood. Now we have 3 and 3 here. We'll use Maria Hill to go ahead and thwart 2, and we'll use, she should have come in with Tough, so that'll ping off her Tough, and then he will take another damage, and we're not going to use Hawkeye anymore. We're just going to keep using those. But that 2 and 3 are going to get rid of Under Siege. And let's see what else we can do with our hand. We could get Nick Fury in. Let's see. We could get Fury in, have him, and ready him and have him do even more damage. That can work. And then we'll draw 3 cards with him. See what else we can get. Yeah, sure. We will. Vision's interesting as well, but I like getting Fury in, so we'll go ahead get Nick Fury. With that, we will choose to draw 3 cards into Kalu, Ronan, and Photonic Blast. Nick Fury comes in with a tough. Let's see what we can do here. Kalu, Ronan, Photonic Blast. All right, that isn't too much, but we can add to Energy Channel maybe. We could get Kalu in. Anyway, so let's see what we can do here. We will, we're going to go ahead and attack, just to get rid of our stunned, so that's gone. And then with Nick Fury, we are going to thwart for 2, bring this down to 1, and then we will ready Fury, exhausting this command team, and then we'll go ahead and attack for 2 with him. So we'll bring Blob down to 12 hit points. So we're chipping away slowly. We'll hopefully hurry up. Let's see, we have Kalu and Ronan and a Photonic Blast. I'm actually gonna, yeah, we have plenty of allies in here. I'm gonna discard these 2 to add 2 to Energy Channel and start building that. And then Photonic Blast we'll hang on to for next turn. All right, so that is everything we can do, and we're gonna ready up. So Nick Fury, I think, should have a damage on him, but we're gonna ready all these. Alrighty, there we go. We got plenty of pieces on the board here. We'll hang on to our Photonic Blast. We're gonna draw 4 more cards into another Photonic Blast, a Spider Woman, a Falcon, and Triskelion. Okay, so that's cool. We'll play a Triskelion and a Spider Woman. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. So it's going to come over to Blob again. We're going to get 1 onto the main scheme. He is going to attack, and we will defend with Fury. So he's attacking for 2 plus 0, which that's fun. Takes out Nick Fury. And now we get our encounter card, which is Shadows of the Past. Alrighty, so Yon Rog is going to come into play, and this is embarrassing. I also am just noticing my family emergency over here. That's, sorry about that. We'll shuffle that in. We have to go get Yon Rog anyway. So we're going to bring out the Psych Magnetron. This comes in with 4 threat, gives us an additional counter card after, and then Yon Rog comes in. He comes in with tough. We're going to exhaust 1 of these to get rid of his tough. There's the 3. And then we'll shuffle the rest of these with our actual, oh boy, our obligation in. Not sure how that didn't click, but hey, we'll keep it rolling here. That goes over here. Yon Rog is in. This has 4 threat on it. And alrighty, let's see what we can do. We will. We want to take out Yon Rog, which would a Photonic Blast would be perfect for. 1. Yeah, that'll be fine. I think what I'm going to do is actually thwart with Maria Hill and then exhaust command team and ready her and thwart again to get rid of the Psych Magnetron here. We can bring these over. Quinjet gets another one, so this is up to 2. There's 2. Unfortunately, I don't have any 2-cost allies. Energy Channel can come down here. What can we do here? We just have Hawkeye in there. We know we want to play a Photonic Blast, so we can do 2 of those and then get a Triskelion in. And then potentially flip down again. I think I might do that. Yeah, that works. So I'm going to exhaust our Queen Carrier. Ooh, we have Alpha Flight Station too, so we'll see. Queen Carrier, I'm going to play a 4 Photonic Blasts. We're going to play 1 Photonic Blast, a Quinn Carrier, and Falcon. So they come in and get rid of Yonrog here. And since we played that with a energy resource, we're going to go ahead and draw a card into Captain America. It definitely isn't coming out this turn. So that was our Photonic Blast. We got rid of Yonrog, got rid of his side scheme. Now these are what we're left with. Shoot. I haven't taken any damage, so I can't use this. But if I'm going to flip down anyway, I can flip down and use Alpha Flight with these. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to thwart for 2 to clean this up. I'm going to flip down, use my action to draw a card into a leadership skill. We're going to then exhaust Alpha Flight Station to discard Captain America and draw 2 more cards. Lead from the front, and Crisis Interdiction. Not quite what I was looking for, but we can get, oh no, this works out fine. We can get Spider-Woman in, and then that will be that. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do. Quinjet's fine. Yes, sorry for the confusion there. All right, so I am going to pay these 3 to play Spider-Woman. And I might honestly hang on to the Triskelion. That can be useful to get down. She's going to come in with Tough, and she also confuses the enemy. So Blob will be confused. We're in our form here. And we'll just have her go ahead and swing for 2. We don't need her to have the Tough. So he's down to 10. All right, so again, slowly chipping away. We're going to ready up everything here. And that should be fine. I'd rather play this than use it for an energy channel. All right, so we're gonna drop to 6. We have Triskelion, energy channel, and energy absorption. Okay, I see what I'm gonna do next turn. Crisis Interdiction and an Avengers Tower. Alrighty, so we're gonna be dropping some big energy next turn. All right, so comes over to the Blob here. 1's going to go on the scheme. He goes to scheme, but he's confused. We get an encounter card into infiltration. All right, shuffle this card into our deck, and this card gains surge. After this card enters your hand, which it's going to very soon, discard an ally or support you control. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, so Quinjet might be leaving soon. I'm gonna look away. There's only a few things that could appear here. Alrighty, so we know it's not the next one we're drawing. Alrighty, so we still get the Surge card, which surged into Toad. Alright, who does come in with Toughness. Alright, and then after he attacks and damages, we discard from our hand. We want to get rid of Toad, because that's just gross ability there. All right, so it comes to us. We, for now, are safe to go ahead and draw 1 card. We know what that card is. All right, so we get Black Knight, who has Tough, or who has Piercing, so he'd be fun to get in. Oh, and we get a Quinjet that we can just play Black Knight for free. Do we have to be in hero form? Action, put Avenger from your hand in play. Yep, we're just gonna go ahead and play the Quinjet to put Black Knight down for free. He comes in with Toughness, but we're going to go ahead and attack for 2 and pierce through the Tough. So Toad has 2 on him. Oh wait, we're going to exhaust Hawkeye, take it back a little. When Toad came in, he would have taken that off. And so, well, he's still attacking for 2. But yeah, I guess the piercing didn't necessarily matter. But hey, we'll let him do that. What can we do here? So we have an energy channel. And then we have a big energy channel. So we want to use Alpha Flight Station. I don't want to use Alpha Flight Station yet because I don't want to discard anyone just yet. So Do I want to use... Sure, let me at least swing with her to take out Toad. And she takes a damage, and then I know I don't want to get rid of Quinn Carrier. I know I don't want to get rid of this or Energy Channel, so maybe I will exhaust this, get rid of Crisis Interdiction, and then get rid of Spider-Woman, just so it doesn't ping us next turn. Yeah, we'll do that. I will exhaust Alpha Station to draw 2 cards, which one ends up being, which is fine, one's going to end up being Infiltration. Force response. After this card enters our hand, discard an ally and support you control. And then at the end of our turn, we can discard this. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and discard Spider-Woman, because then we can get her shuffled back into our deck, which would be awesome. And then we get a Cosmic Flight. Okay, so this is just going to be stuck in our hand, which till the end of the turn, but you know what? I'm just going to discard it right now. Oh wait, that comes into our hand. We had to... Okay, no, that worked out well, because when we drew those 2... let's see, we drew that card. Oh, then I would have had to discard her as soon as I drew this. So she would have gone into the discard pile, and then I would have drawn the last card, and then we would shuffle up and get her counter card. I think that makes sense. Definitely let me know if it doesn't. Shuffle that up, but we do get an encounter card. This, now, I'm just going to go ahead and discard it now so I don't have to look at it in my hand. I think, I can't even remember if I've used my card draw. I think I did. That's what Black Knight was. Use this. Let's flip up to hero form. We are now going to see what we can do. Let's, all right, we can spend 3 energy absorption to get 5 onto here. And right away, we can go ahead and just defeat the blob. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and do that. We exhausted this to do 10 damage. That gets rid of blob. And our next villain is gonna be Pyro. Alrighty. So when that happens, we do get another encounter card. So we have a lot of encounter cards this turn, which is fine. He comes in with 14 hit points, and Pyro and tough. Pyro's interesting in that he does indirect damage after he attacks, so he can be tough. Let's see. Still have a lot we can do here. We're going to get our next energy channel into play. We still have our Quinn Carrier to use. We might as well get Avengers Tower down. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get the Avengers Tower down. And then we will also go ahead and get the Triskelion down with this. And then we'll exhaust our Quinn Carrier to generate a resource for Energy Channel. Bring that up to 1. And then we might as well go ahead and attack to get rid of tough. Alrighty. And that is that. So Pyro's attacks can be confusing, so I'm hoping that there are no mistakes made when we're doing that. So we're going to ready everything up here. Alrighty. And now let's see what we can do. We will draw up to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 cards. We get Crisis Interdiction, Quinjet, Nick Fury, Ronan, and Kalu. Cool, so a lot of options there. And we will draw, no, not draw yet. We'll come over to here, add 1 to the main scheme over here. We will get attacked by Pyro. So after Pyro attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck and take 1 indirect damage for each printed resource icon. Okay, that works. And he's attacking. So he attacks us directly, and then after he attacks us, we take indirect damages. So he's attacking for 0, and we're just going to take this, honestly. We have 12 health, and then we get to use our action once we take damage. So he's attacking for 0 plus just 1. So we take 1 damage from that. And then after he attacks us, we discard the top 2 cards of our deck. We discard a command team and a Spider Woman. Shoot. So that is 2, 1 indirect damage for each printed resource icon discarded this way. Okay, so that's 2 extra damage. We'll just take the extra 2, go down to 9. We have a lot of wiggle room with that right now. And alrighty, now we get 3 encounter cards. So our first one here is Immovable. Blob activates or comes into play. Let's see where Blob is. I don't know if we've seen him yet. I think we have actually. Maybe I'm just thinking of, I was thinking of Toad and then the Blob villain. So let's see, Blob is coming into play with us and he comes in with Tough. Where are you at, Blob? He's hiding. Alrighty. What? Oh. Blob might be one of the cards we drew. I think that's the case. So in that case, he doesn't come out, but we know that he's going to be joining us. Alrighty, well that works out pretty swell. It's essentially only drawing 2 cards. So first we get Under Siege, which comes in with 3 threat on it. Place 3 threat. Oh yeah, that's fine. So only 3. If this isn't Blob and he's in there, we'll make sure that goes up to 6. But I think, yep, there he is. All right, there's Blob. He has Guard, and he has Tough because of the basketball court. Alrighty, cool. So that worked out well. Now we are going to take a look at our hand here. We have Ronin, Kalu, Crisis Interdiction, Quinjet, Nick Fury. Let's see, we do have a lot of options. Currently, all of us are Avengers in play. So, could bring in Kalu for free with these 2 cards. We need to get rid of Blob. Black Knight's attacks gain piercing. We're just going to go ahead and start with that. We're going to pierce through the Tough and deal 2 damage to him. Like that. We will give a damage to Black Knight. Oh, I forgot once again. Man, when he comes in, Hawkeye exhausts this, loses the Tough, but he'll still take the 2 damage. So we have 4 more damage to deal. I could either bring in Kalu for free and bring in Ronin rather than Nick Fury. I might do that. Yeah, why not? Let's see. Free is not the right word to use, but let's see. Alrighty, I will exhaust Quinn Carrier and Avengers Tower. Sure, why not? Bring in Kalu. When he comes in, we search the top 5 cards for an event. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the top 5 cards of our deck are Upgrade, Lead from the Front, Crisis Interdiction, Ally. We'll take a lead from the front. Oof. And I won't take back the attack with Black Knight, but you know, I should have waited just in case something like that happened. So we're gonna shuffle these up, put them down. Let's see. We've exhausted these. Put in Ronin. Yeah. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that works. Oh, we still have the Under Siege. I didn't think about that. I would want to get rid of that as well. So maybe we'll just put in Nick Fury. Because I was going to put in Ronin and then do Captain Marvel's thing here. Yeah. Maybe I will do that. Yeah, let's do that anyway. Let's spend a lead Oh, man. Oh, decisions. Well, I'll use Crisis Introduction as well. Oh, my goodness. Choices. Let me heal a damage from her. There's 100 different options we could do here. I'm going to heal damage, discard, Quinjet. Yeah, and then draw a card into Power of Leadership. All right, that is interesting. And then what can I do here? I can do 1, 2, 3. Still kind of pigeons us. I could just stick to my. Could just play Nick Fury. Yeah, it's just enticing to play Nick Fury. I probably shouldn't do this. Probably use Alpha Flight Station, but yeah, forget it. I like playing Fury. We're gonna put him in because we're still fine with our 4 allies, even though he's not an Avenger. He comes in, and we could just deal 4 damage to him and not draw the 3 cards, which is sacrilegious, feels like to me. But if we don't do that, can we still get rid of both of these? No. Okay. I want to get rid of both the Side Scheme and Blob. So we'll just deal 4 damage to him, honestly. I don't know if I've ever done that unless it was finishing off a game, but that's fine. So now we have all of these folks in. Nick Fury and Kalu come in with tough, but we're going to end up using them anyway. Captain Marvel will thwart for 2. Kalu will thwart for 1 to get rid of Under Siege. And then Nick Fury will attack for 2. 1, 2, and lose his tough. So Pyro goes down to 12, and that is a-okay. So we will, ready everything up. Everyone is a-okay there. And the reason these 2 didn't take damage is that they would have come in with tough, but I ended up using them. So, all right, that works out just fine. We're going to draw up to 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have Fury. We'll stay in this form. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We have Maria Hill, Squirrel Girl, Stinger, Cosmic Flight, Photonic Blast. All right, so let's see. We'll beat him next turn. We want to rush this. Let's see. Rush. Okay, so 1 gets added onto the basketball court. It's at 3. Pyro is going to attack. Fury will defend. He's attacking for 0 plus 1, and it is Pyro, and this boost is if the villain's him, giving him additional. So he is being attacked for 3. Alrighty, so that takes out Fury. And now 2 indirect damage gets dealt with 1, 2, so 2 more indirect damage. We'll go ahead and just take that and go down to 8. And now we get our encounter card. All right, which is Pyro. So when this happens, let's make sure we see what happens here. Does this say anything? If a minion with the same title as the new villain is engaged, discard that minion and the villain activates. Okay, so he just activates again. We will just take it. He's going to attack for 0 plus 3. All right, so we go down to 5 and then get dealt indirect damage of 1. Oh my gosh, so we take 4 indirect damage. That is silly. Yeah, forget it. We'll just take it all on us and try to see if we can deal 12 damage this turn. We should be fine dealing 12 damage. Because here it's 4. Yeah. Okay, we'll see. This should work out. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, we're going to discard these 2 to put 2 more onto Energy Channel. I'm going to exhaust Queen Carrier, Maria Hill, and Squirrel Girl. to play a Photonic Blast to deal 5 damage and draw a card, which ends up being the Power of Leadership. That goes down to 7 and still 6. What can we do? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's see. Can I save energy channel if we continue beating up on the Brotherhood here? Let's see what I could do, because he has 7 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Alrighty, so instead what we'll do here is we're gonna use 6 from energy channel, because why not? Maybe we might as well use 8. Yeah, what am I doing? All right, we're gonna spend this to bring this up to 4. We're gonna deal 8 damage, taking out Pyro. And right now, so this is gonna be the end of the first game here. We have defeated 2 villains. I'm gonna keep going just to see if we can take down all of the Brotherhood, and we'll split that into another video. Alrighty, so thank you for watching.